Let her try and see if she can get those treats. Does she go for them? Oh. Okay.
Nope.
Just trying stuff. I'm just getting used to dog and you.
Oh, that
we like that one. All right.
Are those treats?
So right now, I'm not rewarding the barking. I'm trying to get her mind onto something else.
Yep.
Changing the way she feels about a stranger. Oh, well, that person's kind of cool. They keep throwing me things that are pretty awesome and wonderful.
Yeah, so I don't have her tethered or locked in, so.
Right, and she's not charging me, which is great.
She's just like in between
She's
me
in
and
between.
the car. Or...
So my first initial thought is she's fearful and she has low self-esteem. She's nervous.
Yep.
Let's work on that. Let's help build her confidence.
Yep.
Let's give her, help her become unfear of things that she's triggered by. Strangers, dogs, cars, all that kind of stuff. And let's start to work on you being...
Great.
Oh, okay, we got a bite coming. This is good. Hi.
Morning.
See how she backs up?
Yep.
Here, she's just afraid. So we'll build the confidence. Help her not be so afraid of things. All right, now turn around.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. Great.
There you go. Now, do you have like an or a note or something when she's looking at me? What do you usually say to her? Okay. Great. There you go.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
All right, turn around, come back towards me. Grab that handle. Yep, pull her in closer to you. There you go.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Great. Sit. Sit.
Good.
Girl.
Carry those with you, saying let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Great.
Turn around. Say let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, put a treat in her hand and give her a treat right now. She looked at you. Give her a treat every time she looks at you.
Good girl.
Good, just one treat. Okay, as soon as she looks at you, right now, treat her.
Great.
We're working quickly. I'm trying to calm her down.
Great.
Good, treat her as soon as she looks at you.
Oh, she didn't.
Nope, she'll eat it.
Great. Good girl. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
She looked at you, yes.
Let's go.
Good, anytime she looks at you. Yes. Turn around.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
She looked at you, great.
Let's go. No. Great.
Okay.
Great. Let's go. No.
Say and keep going.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm putting a lot on your plate right now.
Come on. Great.
There you go.
Sit.
Right, she's not going to do anything. Her mind is hijacked right now. Just let her be for a second. When our dog is like this, their minds are hijacked.
And that's the way she was going around that car. She just would not.
She can't hear you. So anything you're doing is not. I'm just gonna try and sit down. Okay?
Yeah.
That means nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, no. Because look at her whole body language. So just because the tail is wagging doesn't mean she's happy. Look at the whole body.
Usually her.
Hackles go up.
Yep.
Okay, we're just going to give it a moment.
Great. She's okay.
Hang out for a minute, okay? This is training. This is it. She is so hijacked that anything we do right now is going to go in one ear and out the other. Doesn't make any difference. Do you see? Are you looking at her whole body? Look at her legs. Look how she's standing. She's a little forward, but mostly on those back legs. Her tail is down. She's spread apart. She is really nervous and afraid. So I'm just going to let her have a moment. The neighbors can get upset. You have a trainer over right now. They can talk to me about it. Good girl, Greyce. Tell her she's a good girl, James.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Are those toys? Are those toys? Grace, do you want a toy? Do you want a toy? Look at the toys. Look at the toys. Look.
Yep.
Look at your toys. Look at the toys. This was with her on a trazodone.
This was her on trazodone?
Yeah, she took a trazodone pill this morning.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And the vet, she had to go at the vet.
Yep.
Was she like this at the vet?
When she goes in, when she leaves, they've made friends and.
Okay, so it's just that going in is hard for her, but once she's in. How long does it take her to get used to a stranger?
It varies. Yeah, when my son's friends come away, we try to do the tree thing and stuff, and she'll get used to them, and then they'll turn their back on her and it's fun.
Yeah.
Grace, sit. Grace.
She's hijacked right now. She's in a fight or flight mode, and it's all emotional. So you doing anything, that's why I'm just sitting here. Now, the other thing we could do is put her in the house and start talking. She's going to bark in the house.
Well, when we were talking on the street, she was just laying on the couch and she was pretty quiet. But if she can speak, she might.
So we need to go talk. We need to talk for a minute without this barking.
Great.
First, I want to talk about our home environment and the mental stimulation she's getting in the home environment and the rules and boundaries you have for her. To have to start in the house before we can utilize them out in this environment with all the things that trigger her.
Right.
Okay. Does she get fed twice a day?
She eats whenever she wants.
Okay. So right now, that's first and foremost. No more free feeding.
Okay.
Free feeding is getting food whenever she wants.
Right.
Food, water, toys, attention, affection, treats are all resources.
Right.
And she's in charge of the resource. You are not.
Right.
Why would she need you out here if she gets whatever she wants on her own
Yep.
in there? That makes sense,
Yep.
right? Remember, I speak dog, so I'm going to start translating the things that you're doing in not a bad way, shame, guilt, or
Right.
embarrassment. Just this is what the dog is seeing from the things that we're doing.
Yep.
This dog does not get free feeding anymore.
Okay.
She is going to get put on a schedule where she eats at, hypothetically, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning and at 5 o'clock at night.
Right.
Period. When she's at your sister's house, same thing.
Yep.
When the food bowl is done, it's done. She doesn't get more food. She gets it from 8 to 8:30. First thing is no more free feeding. You will notice a huge difference in her by being in charge of her highest level resource. She can't live without food or water.
Should you take the water away too, or does
No,
she...
water all the time. There are tons of different types of food puzzles for dogs to play
Yep.
and work to get their food out. This is a very highly intelligent animal
Yep.
that might want to actually play with her food and enjoy getting them out of things.
Right.
That would be her food in there instead of in a food bowl.
Right.
Okay? You can't leave her alone unsupervised with those plastic toys.
Right.
She will chew them up.
Yep.
But she only gets from 8 to 8:30 to eat. So if you put the food bowl down or if you put a game down, it's a half hour period. Now this dog, I'm assuming probably, does she graze or does she eat it all at once? Or are you
grazes.
she grazes, okay. So she, first couple of days you do this, is gonna have a hard time because you're gonna put the food bowl down at 8 o'clock and you're gonna set yourself a timer. And as soon as that timer, half hour, goes off, that food, no matter what's in it, comes up. And it does not go back down until 5 o'clock or whatever time you decide. And it is every single day, 7 days a week, the
Okay.
exact same thing, okay? You need to be in charge of this resource. It needs to come from you. So we talk about training happens in layers. So because there are a lot of things to work on, they're all going to get worked on, but not all at one time. Our main focus, our first thing, is being in charge of the food. Okay?
Yep.
The second thing I like to do is, hypothetically, let's say she eats a cup of food, but I work from home. From 8 to 8:30, you're only getting a half a cup. That other half a cup is either in my training treat pouch or in a couple cups around the house that I can access, so that when I'm sitting on the computer, I can say, Greyce, sit, and she sits, and throw a piece of food. Greyce, down, and throw a piece of food. So the food is also coming from my hand,
Right.
and you're working for it, not just playing with it out of a toy,
Right.
but you're utilizing it throughout the day. Even if I'm sitting around watching TV or the news or whatever, and she's being a good girl laying down, I'll throw a piece of food on the ground, right? So that she's working for that food throughout the day.
Right.
Does she like to chew on bones?
Yep. She's got a couple bones.
Okay. Did we talk about the marrow bone? Did we talk about that?
That's
Okay.
the ones I get.
Okay, so I want to, and where it's like hollow on the inside.
Yep. She tunnels it out and then she chews on the bone.
Yes. I want you to start taking some of her food and I want you to mix it up with either plain Greek yogurt or some pumpkin. I wouldn't do peanut butter because it's got a lot of sugar in it. I want something kind of natural and not a lot of sugar. Mix it up in a bowl, and then I want you to put the marrow bone on the counter, and I want you to stuff the food that's covered in the yogurt or the pumpkin and shove it in there, and then I want you to put it in the freezer. And for her afternoon snack, while you're doing whatever it is you're doing, she is laying around working
Actively
to get
doing
her
something.
food and actively doing something, not just chewing, but also licking and working to get her food out of the bone. She, again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but it's good to rehear it, needs mental stimulation throughout the whole day.
Yep.
It's got all this reactivity, and we need to help within the house before we can work to the outside world. Training always starts within the home and works its way out.
Yeah, she likes to play fetch and stuff like that. So when she's
Yes.
like at my sister's, you know, we'll throw a toy or a ball, and then all of them go chase after it.
Yeah. We're gonna work on. She knows sit, and I heard you say down.
Yep.
She needs to do that hypothetically 100 times a day.
Wow.
Those are her manners.
Yep.
Those are like please and thank you and sir and ma'am.
Yep.
I want them to be so ingrained and in a default that when we're out here on the porch and you say sit, she sits.
Yep.
No matter what.
Yep.
But if she's not doing it 100% of the time in there, she's definitely not going to do it out here with all these triggers.
Yep.
So we need to work it more where there's not a lot of triggers, where we have it 100% of the time.
Yep. And my son Aiden, who's bringing Dublin over,
Yes.
is the one that taught her to sit and to
Good. And lay down.
stuff like that.
Now, do you have any hand signals? Sit or down? No. Okay.
Well, just down.
Down.
Yeah.
All right. So I want us to probably come up with some hand signals for sit as well, because when she's really hijacked, she's not hearing us, but she might actually see a hand signal. Dogs are nose, eyes, and ears.
Yep.
Nose, they're smelling everything. Eyes, they're seeing and watching our body language, and then they're finally hearing our tones,
Right.
and then understanding our English if we've taught them.
Yeah, she gets
Right.
so distracted because we have a lot of deer up here.
Yes.
So her first thing is she goes to the street and her nose goes down, and she's like a hunting breed.
Yeah.
So she's like,
Yeah, because she's in her hunting mode. That's what she was bred for,
so she
right?
doesn't-
That's in
she
her
doesn't go
genetics.
by sight like if she sees squirrels and stuff. But
Sure, no, it's the smell
Yeah.
first. But again, I said their nose first.
Yep.
Then their eyes, and eyes, I mean more for you, the human, with your body language.
Yep.
Versus screaming, sit, 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 and she definitely is not hearing you because
Yep.
she's over threshold
Yep.
and very triggered.
Probably making it worse by yelling and
Correct.
stuff like that.
Yeah, you're just joining in on the barking.
Right. That's a good way
She's
of
like,
putting it.
oh, okay, if you're gonna bark, I'll keep barking. So the next thing we want to work on is manners coming out this door.
Right.
Like, she needs to sit, and we need to work on stay, where you open the door and she literally pulled you out the door and pulled you all the way. We can't have that anymore.
Right.
You're allowing her to be in charge of the outdoor environment. You're allowing her to pull you down the street. Now, it's different if we have a long line and
Right.
we're giving you the permission to go sniff and smell and explore.
Right.
But still, even if my dogs are on a long line, they need to sit and stay while I open the door and give them permission to go outside.
Right.
That's what I mean by helping her build and gain confidence. All of this is building confidence. Right now, she doesn't have anything to grasp onto, so she's just being emotional and fearful. We want to build the confidence so she's like, I don't have to worry about any of these things. Plus, my dad is in charge.
Right.
Everything I get in life comes from my owner, whom I love, and I see him as a leader, and I know I don't have to worry about anything. At the top of the page, there's commands. For a reactive dog like her, she needs her sits and her downs. She needs a stay. We'll definitely work on come. We need a place where she goes to a place and stays on that place and doesn't move. She needs a designated area where it's her safe zone and it's her place.
Yeah, she's got a big pillow that.
So we need to, we're going to call it whatever you call it, and we're going to teach her to stay there, and she stays and doesn't move until you tell her to get off of it. Right? Again, building confidence, managing your dogs, giving her a place to be, being in charge of the environment. All of those things add up with these commands, right? A leave it command would be great. A focus on you command is what she also needs. I'm an advocate for yes, and you might not have heard me say it, but our dogs don't communicate with us very well English wise. And so I don't know if you've ever heard of like a clicker training. It's the same thing. I just don't like carrying a clicker with me. I want to just use my voice. So what I do is I charge this word called yes, and I turn it into every time I say yes, you did a good job, and you're going to get a reward, either a pet, a toy to play with, a treat out of my pocket. We are not using treats and food as bribes. We are using them as payment. There's no way you would continue to do your job if you didn't get paid.
Right.
Right?
Well, that's to be debated, because I own the company.
Oh, okay.
So I have to.
Well, maybe
I have
your
to keep it
employees,
running. Yeah.
right? I'm not
Right.
sure all your employees would want to work for free.
Right.
So in positive reinforcement, you get paid for a job well done. So I always, even though my dogs are very well mannered, I usually have a treat or two in my pocket when we go out in the community or out in the environment, so that when they do a really great job by not barking or leaving that person alone or not pulling, I got a payment for them. I got a piece of money, a piece of food, a piece of treat to pay them. So those are the things we need to work on. You could literally sit out here, and every time she looks at you, she gets payment. She looks around, she looks at you, she gets paid. Looks around, looks at you, gets paid. So what she starts to understand is, wow, every time I look at my dad, I get something of value, something that's amazing. It can start right here while you're enjoying this beautiful slice of heaven. Then you take it to the steps, not to the street,
Right.
to the steps. Then you take it to the front of the car. Then you take it to the mailbox. Do you see how that's building the layers?
Yep.
Sometimes we move too fast, expecting too much from our dogs that just can't do that.
Right.
So we have to take some steps back, right?
Yep.
So I like the word yes, marking the correct behavior, which is something I want to work on. And I was telling you,
Yep.
is a no reward marker. Or you could use the word no. What happens is if we have used the word no a bunch of times, it loses its value. And no is an English word.
Yep.
They don't speak English, so we have to make sure she understands what no really means.
Right.
A tone of is a little sharper and kind of is like, oh, right? So when I told you to say then we have to add it with let's go, or
Right.
our leave it, or our focus, to give her something else to do versus she stopped barking for a second and then turned around and started barking again.
And I've used the focus one
Well, we need to start using that all the time.
because, if I take her out and stuff and she gets distracted by everything that moves, and, same thing with Dublin, it's like, you're out here to go to the bathroom,
Yeah. Yeah.
focus.
Right. Focus.
'Cause otherwise, though,
Well, focus is look you in the eye.
Right.
If you want them to go potty, we need to say potty.
right,
Right? Go potty, because that's the specific thing you want. Focus is look at me, not the distraction.
Right.
Focus on me, or look at me, or watch me. So we need to make sure that the verbiage you're using, you understand,
right,
and the verbiage that you're using, she understands what you want from that verbiage. I mean, we can literally call it balloons or spaghetti or whatever we want, as long as it's consistently meaning the same thing.
Right.
When I say potty, you go potty. When I say focus, you look at me, no matter what deer or human or car or whatever is around.
Yep.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah.
So we got some things to work on, which this is all workable.
Yep.
This is fixable. I'm not going to make a guarantee because I'm not working with her.
Right,
You are.
right.
I know this works. I can guarantee everything I give you works. Can I guarantee that you are going to follow through and do it? No. I'm just going to trust that you're going to do it.
Right.
And then I'm going to be here for you every step of the way. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you kind of jumped the gun just a tiny bit with some things. Let's take some steps back. Let's have you have the proper expectation. We're going to reel you in, take some steps back. We're also going to give her more mental stimulation, which is what she needs and what she's looking for from you.
Yep.
We're going to do some more work in the house and do some more work on this porch.
Yep.
Yes, she needs exercise, absolutely. So when I'm going to do my exercising, we are going to go that way where I know I'm not going to hit any distractions, where we can have a nice exercise sniff walk. Every time we take her into a distraction and she reacts, she pulls, she lunges, she barks, she is reinforcing herself in some weird way. We don't understand. It feels good to her because she's afraid. She wants all those things to stay away. She's unsure. She doesn't know them, and she lacks confidence, which is nothing you did. She's just part of dogs. If I keep taking her to those things and she keeps doing those things, she's reinforcing. I want her to not get those things reinforced as much as I can possibly control. Right? So this includes your sister in Holland. Your sister in Holland has to do exactly what you're doing at here. And I would even suggest maybe your sister only walk her around the house and not, I just need to make sure your sister isn't taking her into situations where she's reacting. So all the work you've done for 3 weeks takes 5 steps back because of the 1 week you're in Detroit. Does that make sense? I just don't want to get Let's start walking together.
Great.
Go back in the house.
Great. Come on.
Go back in the house.
No.
See how we just escalated it?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to try and start walking with you where I could just grab the leash, and she just is not having that. Okay. Oh, jeez. Let's try to leash out of the door.
Okay. Greyce, come on.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
Greyce. You okay? Great. heart arrhythmia or anything has anything to do with
So I
her.
can feel her heart racing. That's
Yeah.
why I'm not stressing this out. So we're just standing here. Just pushing and pulling and all that kind of stuff. We don't need to do any of that.
Greyce.
Just tell her she's a good girl. Just a good
Good
girlfriend.
girl. Good girl, Greyce. Good girl, Greyce.
This is good. When she's standing here with me, that's
Yep.
this is something. If you also have noticed, I'm not looking at her. I
Right.
will never look her in the eye. That would be a threatening gesture.
Yep.
Just want her to know that I'm safe. I gotta earn her trust.
Yep.
If I'm gonna work with her, or I'm gonna just have to talk you through things
Right.
and give you advice and send you bunches of videos, and then you have to do the work until I can work with her.
Right.
Any trainer you would find on the lakeshore is going to do the same thing I'm going to do. The only other thing difference that some trainers would do is they might try an e-collar or a prong collar. And I'm not sure if that's going to be very helpful to her
Right.
or good for her heart if she has a murmur.
Right.
They're all still going to have, she's going to have a muzzle while she gets used to them, and we're going to have to earn her trust.
Yep.
I talked to 4 of my trainer friends in the area about this today, so that I made sure that I was on par with everything we're supposed to be doing for this beautiful dog of yours.
Yep. And you know, she does, like my son's girlfriend or my daughter's boyfriend.
She does like them.
Yeah, so they come in and she
Okay. How often do they come over, and when did she meet them?
Probably they've been around since she was little.
She was little. Yeah, that's what it is. And you said at the 6-month mark, you started noticing.
Yeah, a little bit more aggression towards other dogs and people getting
yeah.
on the elevator and stuff.
Sure. Things.
Help hurt another dog.
Sure.
Good girl, Greyce. Good girl.
Yeah, so that's fear.
Good girl, Greyce. She's not going to leave with you.
Not at all.
Joey gets
But see how
anxiety.
she is starting to relax a little bit more.
Joey barks when I drop her off at my sister's because it's and then when I come in, she almost attacks me. So I got to
Yeah.
get her to not jump up on
Not
people.
jump up on, yeah, totally. Well, these are all things to work on. We got to work on them like our ABCs. We
Yep.
have to learn our ABCs before we can learn to put letters and words together to
Yep.
make sentences and read a book, right?
Yeah. Good girl, Greyce. You're doing so good.
I'm being very careful not to do any big movements with my arms. I'm just talking to you, so she's getting
Yep.
used to my voice. You can see she's still panting and she's still stressed out.
Yeah.
So her body language hasn't changed. I'm not going to push her. I'm waiting for her body language to change.
Yep.
I would be a bad trainer if I started trying to drag her around right
Right.
now. Inappropriate.
Right.
And not okay.
Good girl, Greyce. Can I pet her? Or is it gonna break?
I don't know. I've never had anybody ask me that. Nobody. Go ahead. Give her a pet.
She'll
Is
be
she
fine
gonna
with-
react?
No.
Good girl, Greyce.
There we go.
Good girl. Just relax. Just relax.
That's a good girl.
Good girl.
Yes, you are. Oh, you're wagging your tail and go pet. Good girl.
But do you see how her whole body is? Her
Yeah, it's
body's in
kinda
the shape of a C. Her eyes are a little dilated. Her ears are forward. She's spread her legs on both sides, back and front.
Yep.
So it's just, I'm really, oh, there we go. That's better.
She sees 2 dogs coming around the corner.
Okay, sure.
So hold on.
Yep.
So she's letting
So
me
you
look her
say,
in the eye.
can you say focus for me? Say Greyce, focus.
Greyce, focus. Greyce, focus.
Okay, so we want
Greyce.
to teach her to look at the eye. I was just wondering if she knew what focus was.
Greyce, Focus. Greyce.
Okay.
Greyce. Greyce.
All right. So let's talk about that. Oh, okay. You grab out. Back in the house.
Greyce. Come on. Greyce. Greyce. Greyce.
Say
Come.
what? Greyce, let's go. So we saw another trigger
Yep.
that started everything.
Yep.
We reacted. Now she just redirected. That was a redirection because she had nowhere else to take out her.
Right. She couldn't get
She
at
can't
that.
put them, but she could get close to me, so that's
Right.
why she redirected. We're gonna work through all of this. This
Okay.
is gonna take time. I don't have a magic wand.
Right.
Are you willing to put in the work?
Yeah.
Okay, you love this girl, right?
Yep.
Couple
I'm
of
gonna share that all with my son because my ex lives 2 miles away
Okay.
at Stony Lake, and
Oh,
so all
lovely.
summer he's up here and he
uh-huh.
works at the corner market,
Nice.
doing pizzas, and then works
Wonderful.
for Tree Chugger during the week.
Love
and,
it.
So yeah, so he has to know all this stuff too.
Yes, he does. So I'm going to say this with so much love and so much respect towards you, but that is a little bit of a liability. So no more off leash with that dog for right now while you're working. And if you're going to take her anywhere where you're like, I'm just not sure who we're going to run into, we're going to put that muzzle on her too.
Yep.
Because I don't want you having a liability.
Right.
I
was
don't
thinking-
want something to happen and then now you're in this,
Yep.
right?
I was thinking of getting her more of a.
I would get her box muzzle.
Yeah,
Yes, the
instead of
plastic
that,
box
yep.
muzzle so that she can actually breathe. She can still bark if she needs
And
to
drink
and drink and all that kind of stuff. But that's what we're going to, this is not forever,
Right.
but this is for right now. And again, I would not be a good trainer if I wasn't honest with you about what you have
Yep.
and that you do need to be a little bit more careful
Yep.
while we're in the rehabilitation process,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
She is not going to let me work with her today, and I'm going to be okay with that if you're okay with that.
Yep.
Or I'm going to stay on your porch all day until she gets used to me.
No.
I don't think you probably want me to do that. What I'm going to need you to do is when I get home, I'm going to send you videos
Okay.
of what you're going to work on in the house with the sits and the stay at the door.
Yep.
You are going to get a schedule of her feeding.
Yep.
I'm going to send you this video. I'm going to give you all the information you need to succeed for this week.
Okay.
I'm going to give you an A, B. You did A, B, C, D, and then you jumped to M. You got your A, B, C, D. I'm going to give you E,
Okay.
okay? And F and G
Yep.
for this week.
Okay.
And then we're going to get together again.
Okay.
And I'm going to come over and check in, and we're going to see if how she feels about me. We're going
Yep.
to check in with you. We're going to try it again.
Sounds good.
We're gonna, everything is going well and you feel like you've got a good handle on the E that I gave you this week, I'm gonna give you F next week.
Okay.
I would like to progress on her pace.
Yep.
If we jump too far and she can't do it, then we've jumped too far and we gotta take a step back and
Yep.
we're going with Greyce's pace.
Yep.
You do treats, calming treats, are they CBD?
I don't think so. I've got them right here. If you want to
Okay,
look at
you
'em.
might want to try some CBD treats or some CBD drops that you can put in her water that she drinks out of her water.
Okay.
I really, truly feel like you're going to notice a difference being in charge of her food, having her play with it, work for it, get it out of a bone,
Yep.
being more mentally stimulated throughout the day.
Yeah, my daughter has her boyfriend has a dog too, so
Okay.
this weekend we had 3 dogs,
Awesome.
and it's a puppy, but it's going to be a big breed.
And
so
she got along with the puppy, no problem.
they fight. They
Wrestle and play,
yeah, just
okay.
like with the beast dogs.
Sure, sure. So that's very interesting now that your daughter's boyfriend was able to come over, who your dog has no problems with, and bring in a new puppy into the house with no problem.
Right.
So that means that there is in her the ability to be fine with strangers and other dogs.
Yep.
It's not a protection thing, it's a fear-based thing.
Okay.
Okay? And we could talk for hours on why this happens and where the core comes
Yep.
from and what the root is, but who cares?
Right.
Because we're here right now. Let's live in the moment. Let's
Right.
be present with what's going on right
Yep.
now, right?
Yep.
I might want to try some CBD, so I'm not always having to put her on trazodone.
Okay.
Trazodone definitely seems to help, but I do a CBD for my anxious dog. I put it in her water every day.
Okay.
I get CBD that's made in the United States, not in China, and I can send you a link if you'd
Okay.
like that information, because I'm here for you every step of the way. If something's not working out, you've got to contact me.
Yep. Okay.
But I don't think we could really do anything else today,
No.
especially, and
Well,
I
there's some
am
things
not
I
going to
need to-
overstress her.
Right.
That would be bad on my
I
part.
think I need to try some of these things.
You do need to try
just
some of
her
these
and I,
things.
and
Yes,
get
sir.
her into a routine
Yes, sir.
and
Yes.
stuff before.
I'm going to send you videos on exactly what to do, on how to do the stays at the door, how to do the place in the house, how to work on focus where she looks at you, because she doesn't even understand what focus means.
Right.
So I'm giving you, I'm not calling it homework, I'm giving you things to work on.
Yep.
I'm expecting you to work on them every day.
Yep.
I'm going to give you 120% of me. I'm going to give you everything I have to help you with this dog. I'm expecting you to put in the
Yep.
work every day.
Yep.
I like making my manners, my training, a part of my everyday life.
Yep.
Anytime we come out through that threshold, you sit and stay while the door is open.
Yep.
And then we go out.
Yep.
With you already were doing it with your old dog, let's go.
Yep.
You already know that command.
Yep.
Utilize that there, let's go.
Yep.
Right? We get to here, this is almost even a threshold.
Yep.
Sit, stay. Watch the environment.
Yep.
Have her focus on you. Let's go.
Yeah, and we've done that where, we get here and I see somebody coming down the street and I just turn around and
Turn around, exactly, yes. But
Just like her.
eventually, I need her to be able to see the trigger and not react.
Right.
I need her to see the trigger and then look to you. Hey Dad, I saw the trigger. Oh, I saw the trigger. Oh, no big deal, right? That's where we want to get her at.
Right.
The next thing we need to talk about is management. Now, every time she reacts at the window, she's getting reinforced.
Yep.
And you don't want her to keep reacting at the window.
Right.
Now, we got to think outside of the box.
Sometimes I just close
Close the
the curtain.
curtain. Yep.
So she can't,
Close
she
the-
knows
She knows to get through them. Some people, for the time, the little bit that they're working on the rehabilitation, have put up like blockages.
Yep.
If they're not going to be in the house, if they're going to be out here with another dog or talking to their neighbors, they have like cardboard that they put up in the window.
Yep.
Because she will never get over that if she can keep getting reinforced by barking out the window when you're not around.
Right. And, I keep my bedroom door closed so she can't be on the bed looking out the window.
Right, perfect. So that you are managing it. We just have to manage
I
this.
keep this closed so she can't see when people come
Right,
on the deck.
right, exactly.
But then,
But then she can see right there. So that's what I mean by the management within the beginning process of the rehabilitation. It's making, and that's why technically, if you're asking me, I would have a crate where, because you're not in there supervising, and let's say we don't want to cover up our windows, I would have a bed for her, like a crate, a kennel that is closed off, that's covered like like an awesome den.
Yep.
If you don't have that and don't want that, that's okay. Now we've got to manage these windows.
right.
Okay?
Yeah, and it's not a very big place.
And it's not a very big place. So again, not you
Right.
don't. I want to work with your home. I want to work with you and how your daily life is. I also care a ton about Greyce and want to help her overcome her feelings and her emotional state. Okay, so those are things we need to do this week. If you are not going to supervise her, those windows have to be covered so she cannot see, and we need to start working on these manners so she can have them out in this environment.
Usually I just sit on the couch because
If you work on the squirt bottle, let's have that be our last thing. Do you say something in squirt? Do you say Greyce and squirt? Like what are we doing?
I say Greyce, no.
Okay,
And then she keeps barking when I squirt.
then you squirt. Okay,
And then she'll back down and she'll come around to this door and she'll start barking.
barking
and
at
I say no,
that
and then
door. Okay, so now it's become kind of I go to this door, I go to that door, I go here, right? So I want it to be no squirt.
Yep.
As soon as she gets quiet, yes, with our marker,
Yep.
pop a treat on the ground.
Yep.
Okay? She starts barking again. No squirt. It has to be the verb first,
Yep.
then the squirt. As soon as she gets quiet for 2 seconds, yes, then she gets rewarded. I want her to have a way for us to communicate. I want her to know when she did something correctly and when she didn't.
They're using the yes.
The yes is your marker.
Yep.
You're marking the correct behavior, right?
Yep.
James, put your right hand on your head. Yes. Good boy, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Does that make sense,
Yep.
though? You put it there. I marked with the yes.
That's my treat.
There's your treat, right? But after I said yes, I said, good boy, I'm
Right.
so proud of you. That's when you can throw a treat, when you're rewarding with praise.
Yep.
The yes is marking that correct behavior.
Yep.
If she continues to bark, you could say no in a louder firmer tone. Doesn't
Right.
need to be shouting. You don't need to bark with her. Firmer tone, squirt again. If that doesn't work, if the no's aren't working, we can do and give a squirt. But it has to be the verb first or the sound and then the squirt.
Yeah,
Not at the same time.
I usually say no and then squirt her. I haven't been giving her a treat afterwards, but then I say lay down and then she lays on her bed.
Good, but then let's treat that.
Yeah.
Let's mark that. When we humans always want to correct the bad behavior. I mean, duh, we don't want it, right? But we continue to correct the bad behavior, and that means we're giving attention to the bad behavior,
Right.
which actually makes the bad behavior continue
Right.
because we're giving it attention
Right.
versus giving more attention to the
good
behavior we want,
Yeah.
right? So that's something that you're going to start to have to get used to this week,
Yep.
so we can continue on. Are you happy with me being your trainer?
Yep.
Can we work together some
Yes.
more?
Please.
All right, wonderful.